HTML responsive web design. Responsive web design is about creating web pages that look good on all devices. A responsive web design will automatically adjust for different screen sizes and viewports. And here we have an example. We have here a laptop, a tablet, and a smartphone. So what is responsive web design? Responsive web design is about using HTML and CSS to automatically resize, hide, shrink, or enlarge a website to make it look good on all devices, desktops, tablets, and phones. And if we click here, try it yourself, we're gonna see an example. And to the left, as you can see, this is all the code that we have here, and to the right is the final product, our code. So our website, we are gonna check out this example later on, but first we're gonna go for the theory. So setting the viewport. To create a responsive website, add the following meta tag to all your web pages. So we have the meta tag, and we're gonna have the name that is gonna be viewport. We're gonna have the content that is gonna be inside of the double quotes. We're gonna have width, equal sign device hyphen width, comma, and then initial hyphen scale equal 1.0. So if I press and try it yourself, okay, so we can see this code here. We can grab it and go to Visual Studio Code. And okay, so we're gonna go to Visual Studio Code and just gonna create. Okay, you need to create a folder if you don't have one, so I'm just gonna open a folder. My folder here is gonna be in this one, and I'm gonna create a file, and I'm gonna name it HTML or index.html, index.html, so like that. And now I'm gonna press Shift exclamation mark to have a template, or we can just paste the code that we already grab it from here, and we just press Alt plus L plus O, and you just open the website. Or you can just go to the index.html and then right click and open with live server. So Alt plus L, Alt plus O plus O. So this is our website. Setting the viewport. This example does not really do anything other than showing you how to add the viewport meta element. We're gonna open the Chrome tool, so Ctrl Shift I. So we're gonna be using the Chrome developer tools, and we're gonna use the Google device toolbar. So as you can see, we can have the width in this little box, and this one is gonna be the height. And you can play around, move it to the left, move it to the right. So that is that, and that is the setting the viewport. So this will set the viewport of your page, which will give the browser instructions on how to control the page's dimensions and scaling. Here is an example of a web page without the viewport meta tag, and the same web page with the viewport meta tag. So the one in the left it doesn't have the viewport meta tag, so it doesn't have this one. And the one in the right is the one that it has the viewport meta tag. So if you are browsing this page on a phone, on a tablet, you can click on the links. Okay, that is that. So we have responsive images. Responsive images are images that scale nicely to fit any browser size using the width property. If the CSS width property is set to 100%, the image will be responsive and scale up and down. So we have this image here, and okay, so we have the source is gonna be this image. This image is gonna be the img_girl.jpg. We're gonna put it inside of the source, inside of double quotes, and then we're gonna have the style, and the style is gonna be equal double quotes with colon and 100%. So we're gonna click and try it yourself, and this is the code that we have. So we're gonna be copying and pasting, and then we're gonna be typing our own code. But first we're gonna go here and let's open it. Okay, as you can see, this is our website. And then again, we are using the meta tag. The meta element represents various kinds of meta data that cannot be expressed using the title, base, link, style, and script elements. So we're using the name attribute. We're using the content attribute. So in the name attribute, we're using viewport. In the content, we're using width equals sign device hyphen width, comma, initial hyphen scale equal 1.0. So everything looks normal, but if you press Ctrl Shift I, we're gonna see the Chrome Developer Tools. If you press here in the toggle, you go here and press toggle device toolbar, you can see that this is a responsive image. So, and the reason is because we are using this tag here, the meta name viewport. So let me show you. Let's just comment it. So I'm gonna add angle brackets, then an exclamation mark, double hyphen, and at the end of the angle brackets another double hyphen. I'm gonna save it, and now this is our website, but as you can see, it's not responsive. See, so you have to move around and imagine that this is a tablet or a smartphone, because the width is 400 pixels and the height is 650 pixels, and you can play around with these numbers. But yeah, that is the reason why we're using the meta the name attribute viewport and the content width, device width, so it becomes responsive. So if we go right now, it's responsive. If we go to our website, as you can see, it's responsive, and you can play around with this one. You can move right. For example, right now I'm playing around with the width, so I'm going 443 pixels, and I'm going, I can increment, I can decrement also, and as you can see, it's becoming responsive. So that is the width. Okay, so that is that. Also in the image, we are using image underscore girl.jpg. So I already have this picture somewhere here. I have it here. You can download it from the W3 schools and then save it on your folder. So that is that. But the style, we have the style attribute here, is gonna be width 100%. So that is the reason that, for example, it's responsive here, and you can play around. So that is that. Now we're gonna see. Okay, notice that in the example above, the image can be scaled up to be larger than its original size. A better solution in many cases will be to use the max width property instead. Using the max width property, so if the max width property is set to 100%, the image will scale down if it has to, but never scale up to be larger than its original size. So now we're gonna see the same example, but this time with the style attribute set to max hyphen width colon 100%, and the height is gonna be auto. So we're gonna type in this code. So we're gonna grab it, we're gonna go to Visual Studio Code, just paste it and save it, and let's open the website to see what's going on. So again, this is a responsive image. The max width is 100%, prevents the image from getting bigger than its original size. However, if you make the browser window smaller, the image will scale down. Resize the browser window to set the effect. So we're gonna open the Chrome Developer Tools, Ctrl Shift I, and as you can see, we have a width of 321 pixels. We can go even smaller. We can go, I don't know, bigger. We can go to 900. We can go almost to, let me see, more than 600 pixels. And as you can see, this is responsive. Okay, so that is that. Now we have the show different images depending on browser width. So the HTML picture element allows you to define different images for different browsers window sizes. Resize the browser window to see how the image below changes depending on the width. So I'm gonna save this image first, and save image, and it's gonna be okay. It has this name, image underscore flower. So I'm gonna save it in my folder test. So that is that. And what else do we have here? So we are gonna see this example and try it ourselves. So okay, we are gonna go to this. We're gonna paste it here, and now we have also this image. So I'm gonna save this image too. Just it's gonna be image underscore small flower .jpg. So I'm gonna save it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to our website, and this is how it looks like. So this is our code, and I'm copying and pasting right now, but later on we're gonna see we're gonna type in, but for now we're just gonna copy and paste. So we have the meta, that is important. We have the name attribute that is assigned to the viewport. We have the content, that width =, device hyphen width initial scale 1.0. We have a heading 2, show the different image depending on the browser. We have the paragraph, resize the browser width, and the image will change at 600% pixels, at 600 pixels, and 1500 pixels. Then we have the picture element, and you can read the picture element as a container which provides multiple sources to its contain image element to allow authors to declaratively control or give hints to the user agent about which image resource to use based on the screen pixel density, viewport size, image format, and other factors that represent its children. So inside of the picture element we have the source element, we have the source set, and it's gonna be assigned to the image underscore small flower.jpg, and it's gonna be this one that I already saved it, is small flower, this one. So it's gonna be this picture, and my folder name is test. So the media is gonna be =, inside of the double quotes we're gonna have, inside of the parentheses, the max width is going to be set to 600 pixels. Okay, then we're going to have another source element. We're going to have the source set. We're going to have the image underscore flowers.jpg. So it's going to be this one. Okay, and then again the media is going to be max hyphen width, and this time is going to be set to 1500 pixels. Finally, we're going to have the source set, and it's going to be assigned to flowers.jpg, and flowers.jpg we don't have it. Let me see, flowers.jpg. Okay, so it's gonna be flowers.jpg. Okay, so for the moment let's just image this one, pictures. Let's just name this one flowers.jpg for the moment. Flowers.jpg. Okay, so we're gonna have flowers.jpg. Okay, flowers.jpg. Okay, so now we're gonna open our website, and as you can see we have this is our website, but now we're gonna open the Chrome Developer Tools. And as you can see, once we open the Chrome Developer Tools, the image changes from this this picture that is just the image flowers, and it's changing to image small flower. It's changing to this one. Okay, so in the image source we have the image flowers, that is this one here. Okay, so we're gonna have the all flowers. Style is gonna be the width :auto. Okay, so we go to the Chrome Developer Tools, and it's changing. Why? Because right now we are in 570 pixels, If we go below, it continues to be this image. But what happens when we go after or beyond 600 pixels? Let's see what happens. 600 pixels, and it has to change. Okay, and edit. So once you go beyond 600 pixels of width, it changes to this picture right here. And the reason is because we have a max width of 600 pixels. So we have here inside of the picture element, we have the source element, source set, the image small flower, that is going to be this one. As when you are gonna see this image once the width is equal or greater than 600 pixels. And then we're gonna see the flowers JPG. What is this? Image.flower JPG. Okay, image.flower JPG. So small flowers. Okay, this one. So now let me see. So that is that. So we're gonna see this image as long as the width is not greater than 600 pixels. Once it goes beyond 600 pixels, then we're gonna be seeing this other image. So, and then we have image flowers, the JPG. The width is gonna be 1500 pixels. Image flowers, so it's gonna be this one. And if we can go here and just type I don't know, 1501, it changes to flowers. So do you remember that this is not flowers, this is the one. That is not the one that the W3 Schooler is using, but let's just assume that this is flowers, so I just name it flowers. Once I go beyond 1500 pixels, we are gonna get that image. So, and the reason is in line 13 we have the source set, we have the image flowers. So we have this one, the image flowers. No, not this one. We have the image. We have just flowers, and it's gonna be greater than 1000 pixels. So we're gonna have the small flowers. Once the width is less than 600 pixels, we're gonna have flowers, this one, image_flowers, when it's less than 1500 pixels. And finally we are gonna have this picture one when it's greater than 1500 pixels. So as you can see here, and we're gonna go here right now, 1499, and then finally 1500, and it changed. So that is that for this example. As you can see, once it reaches 600, it changes to this picture, and once it reaches 1500, it changes to, let me see, it changes to this picture. So that is that for that example. Now we're gonna see responsive text size. The text size can be set with a VW unit, which means the viewport width, the way that the text size will follow the size of the browser window. So here we have the hello world, resize the browser window to see how the text size scales. So we're gonna see this example. We have a heading 1, the style is gonna be font size, and it's gonna be 10 VW hello world. And let's just copy this code. So we're gonna grab this code here, we're gonna paste it here, we're gonna save it, and we're gonna open our website. So this is how it looks like. I'm gonna go to 100%. So we have this text, responsive text, resize the browser window to see how the text size scales. Use the VW unit when sizing text. Then VW will set the size to 10% of the viewport width. So we're gonna Control Shift I, open the Chrome Developer Tools, and we can play around. So right now this is the width, we are in 1438 pixels. So let's play around here. Let's move the stuff to the left, and as you can see, it's still responsive and the text is changing. So that is that. That's how it's changing. And also you can see this bar here. Let me close it. So viewport is the browser window size. 1 VW is equal to 1% of the viewport width. If the viewport is 50 centimeters wide, 1 VW is 0.5 centimeters. So that is that. Now we have the media queries. In addition to resize text and images, it is also common to use media queries and responsive web pages. With media queries, you can define completely different styles for different browser sizes. Example, resize the browser window to see that the 3D elements below will display horizontally on large screens and stack vertically on small screens. So we have this example here. We're gonna try it. So you click here and let's just grab this copy. So let's just grab it, let's paste it here, save it, and then Alt plus L plus O, and this is what we have here. So you can see we have media queries, resize the browser window, make sure you reach the breaking point at 800 pixels when resizing this frame. So Ctrl Shift I to open the Chrome Developer Tools, and we're gonna play around here. So right now we're in 382 pixels. We'll play around. So it says the limit, it has to be the breaking point is going to be at 800 pixels. So this is how it should be looking. So this is the normal look of the website. So now if I go beyond that, if I pass 800 pixels, we are in, let's go here to 799. Nothing is happening. So once I reach 800, it's gonna change and edit. As you can see, 799. So you have one rectangle stacked on top of the other one, but now is one next to each other. So that is that. You can play around, move it. You can also do it diagonal here. You can do it vertically, and you can play around here with the width pixels, with the height pixels. So that is that. Now we have responsive web page. This is a full example. A responsive web page should look good on large desktop screens and on a small mobile phone. So let's see what happens. We're gonna grab this example and let's see how it looks like. We go to Visual Studio Code. Let's save it. Let's open it, and this is how it's looking. So this is just a template. So you have some links to click, then you go to Ctrl Shift I to check it out in Visual Studio Code. You play around here, and this is how it should look like in a responsive. So as you can see, it's responsive. You can play around here. Okay, so that is that. Responsive web design frameworks, and we're gonna check out Bootstrap. And if you go to getbootstrap.com, so this is the link, you can go to this link and check out. So we have this example here. We're gonna try it, and let me see, let's grab this example. Let's go to Visual Studio Code and let's just save it here. So we have this example. Let's check it out. What happened? No, it didn't work. Let me see. Let's grab this example and let's save it now. Let's open with Visual Studio Code, and this is how it's looking. my first Bootstrap page, resize this responsive page to see the effect. So we're using Bootstrap here. Okay, so we're gonna go to, we are in line 7. We have the link. We don't really need this one. We're gonna delete this part, and we can go to Bootstrap here, and we're gonna grab this one. We're gonna go here, include via CDN. We're gonna grab the first one, and just let's swap it, line 7. We're gonna paste this one. We're gonna save it, and now we're gonna open it, Alt plus L plus O, and this is how it looks like. So, well, I guess it looks much better the way they did it. Okay, so yeah, let's use this one then. Okay, so yeah, they're using Bootstrap here. So yeah, this one looks much better. So we're gonna use Ctrl+Shift+I to check the Chrome Developer Tools, and we can play around here. As you can see, it's becoming responsive.